That was
fucking suck it.
expertly done.
You double-tailed fox weirdo. Sonic only hangs out with you because he feels
You
bad.
freak of nature.
Has he ever had a single use for you?
No, they.
Like, Tails, quick, say something about the Chaos Emeralds so we can end the game sooner.
I guess he was just a regular hedgehog after all.
Legend has it when all 7 Chaos Emeralds are collected, the power creates a miracle. I have
Legend has it? This thing's only 50 years old.
I don't think so.
No, the Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah, but Legend has it when you put all 7 of them in the Eclipse cannon.
No. When you put all 7 of them together.
Oh, okay. I felt like...
See, she's a government spy. Listen to what he just said.
I heard.
Your government spy, Rouge the Bat. Like, she didn't even use a code name. She's just like, I'm me. And then later on, they're like, wait a second, you're you.
Since my job was done, I thought it was time.
And you're trying to tell me this game is self-serious.
I want you to laugh.
It's pretty... I'm laughing on the inside. On the outside, I have a bruised tailbone from sitting in this...
Ooh, what about him?
Carl...
Listen, no, this is important.
Ultimate life form.
Oh, shit.
This
Right?
picture is of the real ultimate life form named Shadow. Then exactly who or what is standing in
He's
front
not
of me?
really the ultimate life form. He's not the
Wait.
real Shadow.
Is this all of a sudden taking the plot of the movie Twins, where they were trying to make the genetically perfect twin and came out with Arnold Schwarzenegger, but there was a second being who was all the shit left over, played by Danny DeVito? Swear to God, hilarious movie. I mean, it's terrible, but it's really funny.
Ugh.
If you want to live, leave the Chaos Emeralds where they are. The fake emeralds.
Wait, so then who's the ultimate life form?
Do you actually
Exactly.
believe that
Who's Maria?
you're the real
I don't know.
Shadow?
I can't remember.
Then who was Phone?
Real, you know?
That's my favorite meme thing of all time.
Really? More than,
Who was
Then
Phone?
John was the zombies? Or no, Then John was... Is that what... Yeah, Then John was the zombies. I think I like that a lot more.
No, John, you are the demons.
Demons. And then... What's the last
What was
line
it?
now? No, John, you are the demons, and
Repercussions of evil or
then...
something?
Yeah, repercussions of evil.
Oh, repercussions of evil or something like
Yeah.
that. But here's the thing, right, that
Yeah.
drives me nuts. Now, I guess I'm getting a
The
hit.
lights crackered on.
The lights crackered on and off.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Oh. Though the only thing that brought that story down for me was when I found out that Cyber Demon was actually like a real Doom enemy. Like, I really hoped that that person just made up what
Oh, you didn't
made
know
up
that?
Cyber Demons.
Ah, okay.
But
How do I...
no,
Railhawk.
I have a thing. What?
Yeah?
What's up? How do you?
Railhawk?
You like hold all the way to the right so that he's like perpendicular with the rail, and then you press jump.
Okay. Sounds really awkward.
This is like a weird thing about Shadow, which is that, you know how he introduces himself, I'm Shadow, Ultimate Life Form. And then like every character bio that you'll see of that character anywhere always introduces him as Shadow, the Ultimate Life Form. But you find that's like the twist at the end of Sonic Adventure 2 is he's not the Ultimate Life Form. That's something else. That's another thing, and not this character. But that's still his thing that he's always introduced as.
That is kind of weird. I mean, I guess maybe he
Is it
assumed
wrong
the role.
that bobothers me as much as it does?
Yeah, kind
Really?
of.
Like,
I mean, it's
not
kind
even
of like
it's not even stupid.
it's kind of like being mad at fan fiction when you just shouldn't have been reading fan fiction. Does that make sense?
No.
No? I don't know.
I don't understand the parallel there at all.
Maybe I wasn't listening, but I
Don't
think that
touch
you're.
those beamy things.
Wait, do or don't? Do touch or don't touch?
Don't touch.
Don't touch. Okay.
To be clear, I don't know if you weren't listening. I wasn't reading fan fiction.
I know. That's why it was an analogy, not like
see.
a me repeating the thing that you said. A G.
Maybe it was just a very close analogy. I don't know.
So what you're saying is when they introduce Shadow the Hedgehog in
anything.
anything,
If it, okay. Character bio specifically, but I guess I'm just I get what you're saying is that it's things
it's
written by people that don't, but also in the games too though. Like I try not to mention Sonic Generations. I'm sure if you open up the character bio in Sonic Generations, it will say the ultimate life form.
Maybe. I mean, do you think that they have a Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic-verse keeper of the canon? Like, do they have... Like, they're not
They had one.
They don't have...
No, they appointed one just so they could kill him and then say, "This is how Sonic lore is created."
He asked one question.
No, he didn't even get a question out. Mystic Melody.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is a thing that all the characters can get, but I've only ever... I shouldn't say I've only ever found it with Shadow. I mean, I guess what I just mean is last night I found it with Shadow.
What is that? What does it do? I've never...
jump in, it's just a warp.
Warp to where?
To another place and another time. When will then be now?
If not now, when?
No! See, like, this is nowhere near as fun as, like, Crazy Rails all over the place.
No. Like,
Really probably should have done this first.
was Dreamcast era... Was that impressive? Like, you're running up a thing! You can run up things in this thing!
I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
It seems like a thing that is super cool in theory.
Ooh.
That's my bad.
That's game over.
Is it? No, it's not. I had 4 more lives.
Did you?
I thought.
No, you still had 0 from, like, the Dr. Robotnik level.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not gonna say that's not dumb. That's not on you.
Yeah,
But,
that's not on me.
I
should have been paying more attention.
I'm sure it was neat.
Right, yeah. Yeah, but you're right. The Sonic thing is way cooler. Rail hopping.
Let's just cut to you getting back to that place in the level.
Okay. You sit there fucking quietly.
No,
and
I gotta
think of
get
a thing to
caffeine.
say. All right. Can you bring me up a water bottle? Kyle, wait. Riddle me this. Who is the ultimate life form? Do they tell you? But do you like see what he is? And then what is Shadow if he's not the ultimate life form, but he thinks he is? I'm so confused.
What makes it mysterious?
That's pretty cool though. Come on. You know what movies I'm disappointed aren't very funny in retrospect?
What?
Austin Powers movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, I haven't seen Austin Powers in like a super long time, and I've been wondering, like, if I go back and watch it, will it still be funny?
No.
No? Really?
Really?
That, I'm genuinely surprised by
There
that.
are some things in there that are still pretty good, but like...
Oh, Keith.
Yeah?
Well, the second one I didn't like a lot of stuff, but not even the first one?
You know what? I haven't seen the first one, so you're
Wait,
maybe
you
the first
haven't
one.
seen the
No,
first
I haven't.
one?
I haven't re-seen it.
Oh, okay. Mystical Melody, that shit. Whistle at the Castle. Or Mystical, whatever.
I think it's a waste of time.
Maybe you should jump in that thing.
It wouldn't let me press anything.
That can't be true.
I don't know. It wouldn't.
Keith, I have a question for you.
Go for it.
This is gonna be weird to... This is a Snapple fact. I don't know how to turn this into a question. Hold on.
Oh shit! This is
Okay.
gonna be rough.
The average height that a cat can jump is a number in relation to the length of its tail.
Yeah.
How many lengths of a cat's tail do you think an average cat can jump?
Almost 8.
Almost 8. No, it's 5.
That's almost 8.
The average cat can jump 5 times as high as its tail is long. That.
What do you have?
Who the fuck put numbers together to get that fact?
Fucking cat people.
Who's comparing cat jump height to tail length?
Cat people. Kyle is who?
Well, I didn't think it was dog people.
Didn't you?
Well, it could have been a possibility.
They're trying like as a smear campaign.
It was a possible possibility.
like they did it as if it was going to be a negative, but then people just took it as an interesting fact. Like, I bet you didn't know that cats could jump 5 times the length of their tails.
I wanted to get back to the Shadow thing about him not being the real Project Shadow and not the real Ultimate Life Form.
Yeah.
I do actually think that is a cool turn for that character, So I guess it just makes me double mad that that's been like
That they ignored it.
that's been ignored by future games. That like the coolest thing about his character, they're just like, nope, no, he's the ultimate super. He's super ultimate. The
You gotta
mega.
be fucking kidding me.
He's
That
the alpha
sucked.
omega. Shadow.
The alpha and the omega?
I call him.
That means he's a god. I guess ultimate life form. I guess you could turn that into
I mean,
a god.
certainly he's not as powerful as Project Sadao, the genetically engineered most powerful Sith Lord of all time.
I don't know who Sadao is.
Naga Sadao.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure, yeah.
It's you go into the tomb of Naga Sadao early on in the Sith Warrior campaign in the Old Republic.
You also go into that cave in Knights of the Republic and Knights of the Republic 2.
Oh,
Yeah, no, actually, you don't. Not Knights of the Republic 2. That's a different.
I see. You know what?
Yeah,
You're fucked.
am I? Am I?
You might want to just try to make the jump.
Oh, am I going back and forth and back and forth?
What did you think you were doing?
I was just looking at it
Oh,
as it. I was just like. I was just like, oh, he's taking a long time to get down this thing. Like, but it was kind of because I just wasn't paying attention.
Okay. Kiefer.
Yeah, Sutherland.
I can't believe I've gone this long doing a Let's Play and a podcast with you. I don't think I've called you Kiefer once.
Yeah, that used to be like just the thing people called me.
That was the thing your mom called you, and I thought it was the dumbest thing in the world.
Well, it's an actual name.
Still do. Right, not your name.
I didn't see that for the second time.
Oh, man. Oh,
All right, well, now that I know that that's what killed me
twice.
twice, well, I mean, I didn't know the first time.
Well,
The
now
second
you
time
know
we did
for
it.
sure.
Yeah. The first time was exploratory, and the second time was investigative. Like Todd Glass.
Really, I thought it was just you getting your balls rocked by Sonic Adventure 2. But I guess
That implies that it's a good
I guess
thing.
you were investigating. Keith.
Yeah?
Keith.
Yeah?
0 lives.
I know.
You motherfucker.
I know. I saw it.
For shame.
I'm calm. I don't know why you're not calm. I'm the one playing.
I'm hopped up on Chips Ahoy.
Story select.
No.
Can I do it? Can I get up to like where you were?
Yeah, sure. Fucking try it, I dare you.
Let's do it.
I'm Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog.
So I'm out of here, 'cause I know I'm nowhere near what you want, what you're looking for.
I'm Knuckles the Echidna, but you can just call me Knuckles.
Fuck you.
I'm Rouge the Bat.
Nope.
Just call me Rouge.
Nope.
We're skipping over this, right? We're not.
I don't know. I mean, if I do, I'm doing way better than you right now. So if I do real good, I want to leave it in. To
Well, the
show
first
off.
time I got super far without losing a single life, and then I just kind of lost the spirit.
Uh huh.
The Sonic spirit. The Sonic Jeff.
The spirit within.
spirit within.
Final Fantasy.
spirit bomb.
within. Man, I want
lost
to talk
the
about
spirit bomb.
fucking bad video game movies. God. Final Fantasy, the spirit within. You
Is that the one with the weird looking faces?
they don't look weird, they just animate poorly.
That's what I meant. They look weird because they animate.
That's true. That's,
Uncanny Valley, son of a
That's
bitch.
still a look.
Yeah.
You're right.
I thought we were gonna talk about the spirit bomb.
Oh.
Like when you said, "Oh man," I was like, "Is he gonna talk about spirit bomb?"
Oop.
That was like a Deus Ex Machina they never brought back. Well, I guess they did bring it back.
No, I thought you were being sarcastic. They did that like 4 times.
Well, they did it like at the very beginning of the.
They did it against Vegeta, against Frieza,
But that's all at the very beginning,
and
then they
against,
didn't.
and
they
against
didn't-
Majin Buu.
They didn't do it again until Kid Buu. They did it with Vegeta and then Frieza, and then like 6 years went by before they did that thing again. Which I think
It wasn't 6 years for me.
I mean,
It was like a year. 2 years?
I'm talking about like when
2 at best.
if it was coming out week by week.
It wasn't though. They were putting out like 5 a week.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I mean, in the American version, sure, but not when it was originally released in Japan. By the
That's
way,
what
if
I'm
you've never heard
saying.
that-
I wasn't in Japan. I said for me in America.
I know. I'm just saying. I don't know what we're arguing though. I don't know why you're being confrontational about it.
I think it's just because I hate the way that they did the Spirit Bomb thing over and over again in Dragon Ball Z.
But we can only name 3 times they did it.
It's just that the last time they did it was so stupid.
I can't even remember it.
There's, I don't want to talk about it because it's just gonna be Kyle being negative for another hour.
We're gonna be doing this for another
But
hour.
There's just Dragon Ball Z. I thought ended really well with the Cell Saga, and then they did Majin Buu Saga, and there's like 10 million plot holes, and they ruined every, like.
Well, first they did the
I mean, like
tournament saga, which was boring.
Oh man,
Man, was that fucking boring.
dude, tell me about it.
Ugh. Parts of it were cool. They were cool parts.
How recently
not?
have you watched Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, it's been like 7 years.
No, it couldn't have been that
It's
long.
been
I thought
so
You're
long.
like the rewatching anime guy, though.
No, not rewatching anime.
Yeah, sure.
No.
How many times have you watched Yu Yu Hakusho?
2. When it first came out, and then last year.
Twice is enough, because that's like, what, how many episodes? How many hundreds of fuck me?
235 episodes.
That's a lot of episodes.
Barely. I watched almost 500 episodes of the X-Files in like 2 months.
God, you are a
I'm
monster.
a monster. And it's like I had time to do shit too. Like I fucking beat
You are exactly the kind of person that should be watching all these Let's Plays.
I fucking beat Mass Effect 2 while I was doing that. Like in 3 days I beat Mass Effect 2 and I finished like a
Mass
season.
Effect 2 is not a long game,
I put like 45
from what I
hours into
remember.
it.
All right.
Yeah. That is a way longer game than
I
most
put that much
games are.
time into Skyrim. I haven't gotten anywhere. I thought that was so funny when they. I think it's really interesting how like bizarrely mainstream Skyrim is hitting. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Oblivion.
Well, Elder Scrolls
Oblivion was that also, but even
only
more
by
so.
only by chance, like only because like everybody had these 360s and then like nothing to do with them, and then
I just
they're like, yes.
I love how like
it's great. I love that people
video
love it.
games have been mainstream since like I think have been like legitimately mainstream since like PS2 and stuff. But fuck, it's all like Madden and GTA and stuff. But now it's like people are playing things like Skyrim.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So that is hardcore fantasy epic.
It's true.
There is nothing softcore about that.
Yeah. And you know what? Like the complaining about like PS3 version being broken and like getting fixed with a patch.
Yeah.
Like when I said I went to visit my friend Mark, he lives with like a bunch of people on this one house. But the thing is, they live out in like Western
Wait,
Mass.
they have like sweet sex parties or something?
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
They've got to be doing something up there.
Special guest Mark Goodwin.
Special guest Mark Goodwin. Maybe one day.
Someday.
But they basically like, I mean, like you go out into parts of Western Mass, it just kind of looks like Maine. Like it's just the fucking woods. I mean, like they literally like he.
Oh, yeah,
could-
yeah.
Like his address is in like 3 different towns at once, and he's like, I can't give you an address to get to my house because my address like doesn't technically exist, so you can't find it with any GPS.
Yeah,
and
like-
and so they don't have internet. They can only get satellite internet, and it's really expensive, so they just don't have it. Like they only have it on their phones.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing is they have a PS3, and there's a bunch of people in that house that like play the Skyrim version. They play the PS3 version of Skyrim like religiously, but also can't patch it at all. And like he didn't even know that. I'm like, like the PS3 version is completely busted, and they're like patching it a bunch of times, and he's just like, no, I had no idea. I saw these crazy glitches, like in the loading screen where they show a thing, and then there's like a bunch of smoke that comes up from the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
I saw a glitch where instead of correctly displaying the smoke, it was displayed as basically just
Gray texture.
solid blue plane, and so it
That's
was just
fucking
you just saw
weird.
like you just saw blue squares floating up from the bottom of the screen.
Did they think that it was just like a weird avant-garde video game?
Oh no, he hadn't seen it before. Oh, by the way, I beat your level for you.
Here we go.
I know, I don't care.
I didn't think that you cared.
You died 2 times.
How many less times is that than you? Maybe it was the Chips Ahoy.
3.
Guess I'm not at full power.
3 less times.
You game over twice on this level. 3 times.
Well, yeah, but one of those times was when you weren't here and I wasn't really paying attention at all.
How does that not count? You didn't have conversation or recording to distract you. For shame.
I was, but it's also
For shame.
But it's also 4 a.m. and I was thinking about and I was thinking about other things.
For shame.
Give me that fucking controller.
Okay. You think they're gonna talk about
Surprise me, Blue Hedgehog.
things?
Should I skip
I
it?
thought that capsule you were in exploded in space.
Yeah, we just saw this.
Do I get to chaos control?
No.
Fucking plot.
No,
holes.
instead Sonic does it.
What?
Yeah.
But I guess he
weirdest-
can do it too
Exactly, he can do it now.
with his stupid fake emerald. What a bitch! I never get the cool power.
No. So what you want to do is just run and not do that.
Not do that? It
Not
sounded-
do that.
Looked like
Nope.
it worked.
No. That
No?
was... Oh, it was both of you. Okay. Anyways. I guess try to hit him?
Okay.
But you just spin dash and then hit him. Yeah, like that. And then... that usually works. You can also... sorry. It was too quick, but you can if you light speed dash through him, it also hurts him. And if you stay close enough to him for long enough, he will stop and try to attack you. So if you avoid his attack, you can then hit him while he's not moving. But the spin dash thing usually just works. So if you can just stay in the middle and then always do that. Yeah, there you go. Though the platforms will start to fall. I don't know what he's saying.
Chaos control.
No, before that. It's like,
I'm not done with you yet.
I need 2 seconds to try to listen to this.
Okay.
Oh, I'll use chaos control. That's all.
Okay. He also said I'm not done with you yet, so I thought that's what you were talking about.
No.
Oh yeah. That was sweet.
Nice. Man,
Shit.
disappointing. I really was so sure that Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh wait, fuck.
I was so sure Sonic Adventure 2 would be less episodes than Sonic Adventure 1.
It is, right?
Not really. I mean, it's not what it's not what it's looking like. Unless instead we're just gonna have the world's longest episodes, and then a lower episode count. But that doesn't really. That's like the same thing. Not to get all fucking Let's Play meta on you guys, talking about the Let's Play and the Let's Play. Who was the person people were getting mad at for?
Guided cuisine.
Fuck you! I don't even know what that is.
I remember it because it was so fucking weird.
No! Don't mention him. Jesus Christ, Keith.
Well, you said who's the guy that people were getting mad at?
No, I didn't mean in our thread.
Oh.
And it's cosine, not cuisine. But anyways,
Was it?
did you see him? I so wanted to not mention him, but you.
Are
brought it
you
up
talking
anyway.
about how he agreed with you on something and now you're mad?
Oh no, I was already mad. Anyway, did you see he unironically complained that there were no adventure fields in Sonic Adventure 2.
I did not see that, but now that you mention it, fucking wish there were adventure fields.
No. No. I wasn't mentioning anything about the thread. I meant there was like a podcast where you said people were getting mad at him for talking about the podcast in the podcast.
Tagash Show.
Oh.
He was talking about like the podcast during the podcast, and somebody was mad about it.
I don't get
Jeff,
that.
1987. I don't get it either.
Probably the same fucking Jeff from... Probably Jerk Off Jeff. Jeff the Jerk Off from, like, episode 2 of Keith and the Girl.
Oh man, Remember when I liked that show?
Yeah,
You
remember
liked
when
that show?
you remember when we liked Keith and the Girl?
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. When people talk about like the first comedy podcasts, and they always mention things like Never Not Funny, coming starting in 2007.
Keith and the Girl.
That like fucking
2006 to be fair.
right. So like when
Keith and the Girl started 2000.
when I started listening to Keith and the Girl, Never Not Funny had just come out.
Yeah, like
so there weren't really any other comedy podcasts.
I guess when you put it
I
that
don't understand.
way. But there no. Here's the thing they always say
Yeah?
about Never Not Funny. It's not first comedy podcast. It was the first professional comedian who made a podcast.
Right.
You know, like Keith and the Girl, like they weren't. Oh well,
Keith had been doing open mics for a year.
Keith
that does
had-
not count.
right. Keith had been doing open. He had a CD, to be fair. He had a
Right.
Which
Looking back,
and you loved that CD.
I did.
So there you go.
There were things that were great
of course,
about it.
yeah.
There were things that were great and that are still great about Keith Malley.
But yeah, he was waiting tables in New York City. He was not a professional comedian by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah. I don't know. Man,
But-
do you think he could have been like a really good comedian if he like instead of making an album every year,
absolutely.
during his starting on his first year of doing
All right,
stand up?
Just to clarify to people we're talking about, there's this comedy podcast called Keith and the Girl. They do it 5 days a week, like 90 minutes. So it's kind of like a Howard Stern thing. I guess he does a show every day or three times a week. I think he does. And there's sort of like that. And also, they originally started the show in 2003 as like a vehicle to promote Keith's stand-up comedy. But then the podcast became, way more popular than his stand-up ever was. So instead, what he does is every year on his birthday, he writes all new material, and without ever rehearsing it in front of an actual audience. Like, he rehearses it completely by himself, and then he does it on stage once, records it, puts it out as a CD and a DVD.
Which, if you know anything about comedy, that is insane.
That's totally insane. And
totally
the thing
insane.
is, his albums are not great.
Pretty good.
They're pretty good. So if he actually legitimately worked out his material on audiences like multiple times and stuff, he could be amazing.
It makes me so mad that when Jesse Joyce, another comedian who's
could be
really good,
amazing.
tells him you can't do you'd be so much better if you did comedy the real way, and Keith disagrees. No, he's right. If you do a thing more often, you get better at the thing.
Yeah, his albums really went downhill though, I think.
Yeah, they definitely did.
His first two were really good.
Why can't I fucking hit him? This is taking so long.
I haven't even noticed. You're just doing it.
All right, I think I have an idea.
Is your idea to keep spin dashing? Because I don't think it's gonna
No.
work. Keith.
Yeah?
You're going backwards. Oh.
But where was he? This is like a really super weird boss fight.
All right, Shadow. Time for me.
Yeah, it's not good.
For 5 minutes, I was just going through these weird motions.
That's not gonna work.
It works for him.
That's the thing, is that I don't know how to get him to do Sonic Wind. Is the problem with this boss fight.
Oh, you want him to do Sonic Wind?
Yeah, because then you can avoid it and hit him. Wow, and now
Yeah.
already where you were.
That's the thing. I got the first 3 hits right away, and then couldn't get a single other hit.
Just don't spin dash at him. Because this is the thing, is that it's not a coincidence that spin dash isn't working anymore. It's just he starts to dodge it after you get him low enough. But getting back to Keith and the Girl, though,
Yeah.
I don't like Keith and the Girl anymore. I mean, I loved it.
neither.
It was literally my favorite thing.
Yeah, it was my favorite thing.
And not even just favorite podcast. It was favorite entertainment thing.
Yep.
And I tried to listen to an episode a couple months ago. I couldn't even get 15 minutes in.
Oh yeah, it was infuriating.
I had to turn it off. And, I just something about it's I can't stand the way he does.
Has opinions.
No, I can't. Me and you have different things. I always bring this up. I'm like, Keith and the Girl's not good anymore, right? And you're like, yeah, it's fucking opinions. I'm like, no, totally different.
But he's so wrong. I can't listen to 90 minutes, 5 days a week of some dude who literally hates everything that I like.
Yeah. I mean, he does have crazy opinions, and he's weird. It's like one of those things where, like, in 10 years, he'll just be Rush Limbaugh. He'll be like a guy that used to be...
So what do you have a problem about with? Like, if it's not his opinion...
Oh, I wasn't going to get into it. It's just, like, the weird confrontational way he conducts interviews. Or just... It's not...
Interviews? What interviews does he do?
Anytime someone's on. Like, every day. Like,
okay.
I just mean when he's talking to people. Not
And
when
the problem is, he has so many guests on that I still think are really funny.
It's like... It's like the way that everyone is an asshole to them. Like, they can never see the side of this person is not an asshole. Like,
That's
you remember when they were...
That is my least favorite
Is
thing
it...
in the entire...
Who's the guy is the main character... I mean, who's the guy that plays fucking... In The Social Network? That's... who plays Zuckerberg in the... Jesse Eisenberg?
Jesse Eisenberg.
All right. So they had a... Like, they were talking about Jesse Eisenberg. There was a quote in an interview where he basically said, oh, I actually don't like Facebook, and I don't get why people like Facebook.
Yeah.
And they were like, shut the fuck up, you idiot. You're in a Facebook movie. You shouldn't be talking bad about the thing that your movie's about. Even though the movie's not at all in support of Facebook.
Yeah, it's
like,
actually
it's not
anti-Facebook.
Yeah, at all. So that's crazy to begin with. But, like, they always act like things celebrities say in interviews is like they called up, like Jesse Eisenberg called the press conference to say, attention everyone,
yeah.
I do not like Facebook. It's like, no, he was just in an interview. Someone said, hey, do you like Facebook? And he's like, actually, it's weird. I don't like Facebook.
Yeah.
Like,
and not only that, probably 1 million people asked him that day.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, fucking Lightspeed Dash. You're driving me nuts. When he's in the rings, you Lightspeed it. Oh, no. Did you get him?
No.
Oh.
I have him...
Wait, lag behind him. It must be that, right? It must be if he gets too far ahead of you, he does the Sonic thing? The Sonic wind?
No.
It has to be that. It has to be. Like, let him chaos control in front of you, and then don't go near him. Stop. See? You can just jump above it. Oh, no. Can I drive?
I guess.
Yay!
This is fucking the worst thing. Oh my god, I hate this game. I want to like Sonic games so bad, but they force me to hate them.
Do you want to know? I like this game.
I like it too. But, like, they start so strong, and then it ends so bad.
I'll be clear, though. I'm never going to play the Dreamcast game, the Dreamcast version again.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But, I don't know. I like Sonic Adventure 2. I would play Sonic Adventure 2 again. I think...
I wouldn't. I'm never going to play this game again.
Never?
No, never ever.
Well...
I can't say that.
You suck at this game, so...
That's not true.
Be better.
Stop saying that.
Well, okay, you don't suck,
true.
but you have bad opinions about it. Your opinions are wrong.
I already gave up that
okay.
that the robot levels are the worst.
Anyways,
opinion?
What I was gonna say, forget.
Oh, we were talking about how, like...
I was gonna talk about Keith and the Girl, is that I don't like Keith and the Girl anymore.
But I can't go to a public place without meeting an asshole.
Right.
Like, guess how many assholes I meet in my day-to-day? Fucking none.
Yeah.
And I go, like, I work at a place, I work doing customer service.
Yeah,
right?
like...
And the amount of people that I meet are assholes, literally 0 a day. I've had 2 assholes
to be fair, it's like
7 months that I've worked there.
To be fair, they need something to talk about, so it helps that they think everyone's an asshole.
Select.
But it's true. Like, Keith McNally pointed that out a long time ago, and he's just like, it can't always be them.
Yeah.
It can't always be them. It totally makes sense. All I was saying is that I loved Keith and the Girl for, like, the first 1,300 episodes, and then I didn't like it anymore. I wonder, like, if I go back and re-listen to all those old episodes, will I still like them, or it's like, did they change in a way that I don't like it anymore, or is it just that I outgrew the thing?
It's both at the same time.
That's what I'm sure.
It's both. Your opinion of what a comedy podcast should be is completely different, because now there are actual comedy podcasts by actual comedians, and also they are different than what they were. And
that's true. Hemd is a lesbian now.
Hemd is a lesbian now. Keith is a Republican.
Wait, what? No.
Everything he says is super conservative.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah. Every once in a while, Courtney will send me a text message like, I'm listening to KATG, and Keith is saying this, and I'm fucking blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I can't side with her anymore. I'm just like, it's your fault for listening.
Yeah.
Like she was saying he was defending Sopa, which of course it's like, fucking of course he did. Fucking, that's classic Mally.
Well, the thing is you have to be aware when you're listening to somebody's opinion, like, and you're not sure whether they know what they're talking about.
Oh, of course.
Like,
clearly
he doesn't know what Sopa is.
No idea. He doesn't. We know he doesn't put things together correctly.
Right.
All right. Come on, Sonic.
I don't know.
Do your thing.
Like it. I can't even listen to like an episode I like with.
Oh.
I can't even listen to like a Pat Dixon episode anymore, because I'm like, I want.
Oh, I don't even try.
I want to listen to Pat Dixon say things, but I don't want to listen to Keith and the Girl. Which, by the way, if you haven't heard Pat Dixon's podcast,
New York City Crime Support.
New York City Crime Report.
I said New York City. I said New York
City
Crime Support.
Anyway, New York City Crime Report. Man, that is a funny show. Guess what city I don't live in? New York. Guess what's still funny? Them talking about New York City crime.
Only in New York.
Only in New York. I don't know. But I think the real thing is that I don't want to get too hung up on the thing that I don't like anymore.
Uh-huh.
But like the thing that made Keith and the Girl so interesting was that they have really unique personalities.
Right. Also, I listened to those personalities for over 1,500 hours. Maybe I just had my fill, to be fair. Oh, I almost had him.
I don't know. So, like...
Fuck you, Sonic.
I don't know. Kyle, what is your favorite podcast right now?
Right now, my favorite podcast is Never Not Funny by far.
Really?
Which is weird because I didn't like them at first.
You were just complaining about them like 3 weeks ago.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you were like super... You were complaining... Yeah, I was like,
No.
You were like, it's growing on me, but like it's still weird how much they charge for things.
Oh, no, I still think they charge too much money, but that's about it.
For their episodes?
Yeah.
But like... Fuck! Because the thing that you were saying was that there are better podcasts that are free.
Yeah, so now that they're my favorite podcast, I'm like, damn.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
But like, it's at the point where I listen to way like a larger variety of podcasts.
Here's the thing, like oh, sorry. I was gonna talk about Never Not Funny.
Oh, we can talk about that. I was just gonna say that I listen to a lot more podcasts than you do, so it's kind of harder for me to pick a favorite.
Yeah.
Where you used to listen to a lot more than me, but and you might still, but a lot of those are video game podcasts.
No, I don't even listen to that many game podcasts
anymore.
You know what was funny though? One time, I got to a point where all I listened to was video game podcasts. And
that's when you asked me recently, like, hey,
no. This was
podcast.
This was like a year ago.
Okay.
But I was the only non-video game podcast I listened to was Keith and the Girl, and I think my sister asked me, like, or I guess she just asked me, like, do you only listen to video games or do you listen to like lots of different stuff? And I was about to be like, I listen to different stuff, and then I realized, no, I listen to video games and Keith and the Girl, and so I made an effort to like.
Well, you listened to Smodcast because that was the first podcast you showed me.
Oh, I guess, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But, so then I made an effort to go out and get things, and so I was like, oh, I'll listen to Joe Rogan's podcast. First episode of Joe Rogan's podcast I put on, he goes, hey, I'm here with my very good friend, Cliff Blazinski of Epic Games, and he's here to talk about his new game, Bulletstorm.
Here's the thing about Joe Rogan's podcast was...
I liked it for a very brief period.
I listened to, like, 8 episodes in one day, and then, like... 2 the next day, and then I never touched it again. Because, like, as funny as I think Joe Rogan is, and as smart as I think Joe Rogan is, I also think that he has, like, a weird way of looking at things that sometimes is really refreshing, but a lot of times is super constrictive. I think
sometimes he's incredibly insightful.
Yeah.
And then other times he thinks there's credibility to chemtrail conspiracy theories.
Right. And then a lot of they end up talking too much about drugs. And it's not that I don't...
And that's true. They spend a lot of time
talking about
drugs
DMT trips.
For someone who... I think that was a short thing, but it's not only that, but he repeats himself a lot.
He does repeat himself a lot. But that's because, like, again, his podcast is like 4 hours a week. Like, he does 4 hours in a row a week. Yeah.
No.
His podcast is super fucking long.
Is it?
Yeah. It's like,
Is that a new thing?
it's Bombcast long.
I guess so. But
It's longer than Bombcast.
what I was gonna say about Never Not Funny. Never Not Funny, they charge money for the full episodes, but you can get the first 20 minutes of each episode for free. But the reason I didn't like, and I'll just be honest, like I liked Never Not Funny because I pirated one of their seasons and downloaded it illegally. Because the thing is, the first 20 minutes of their episodes blow.
They're the worst. They're the worst part of the episode.
When you only listen to that, like, because they have like a ramp up. But when you have the whole episode, it's like you get it. It's like, oh, they start out slow and then it builds. But when you only get the start out slow, you're like, why the fuck would they charge money for this?
Right.
But now I get it now. So.
I mean, but the thing is, they should probably make the first 20 minutes better.
Exactly.
So that more
that's
people
the
will buy
thing. It's
their
like
thing.
people tell him that, and he's like, "Hey, man, it's my show. I'll do the things the way I
Clearly
want
it's
to."
working for him. Clearly he's making enough money.
Oh man, I did the exact same thing you did. I wasn't paying attention. I was just doing spin dash over and over again.
Yep. This is the worst boss, right?
But that's what I'm saying. It could work way better for him if the beginning of his show didn't suck. And like, because now he does a 10-minute like thing with just him and his co-host
Matt Belknap.
before they bring in their celebrity guest for each episode.
But that's still entertaining. Like, I still think that's very funny.
Nah, but every episode he does his 3-minute like. It's like, okay, I was gonna make a sports reference, but I mean a super old sports reference.
There's only so many times that somebody can listen to "Hello Everybody Indeed" before they break down and buy $20 worth of Never Not Funny.
That's not true.
Really?
I'm still spin dashing. Nomar Garciaparra?
Yeah.
Remember how every time he stepped up to the plate, he would do the crazy fucking glove thing back and forth? It's like he has that. It's like he has these weird idiosyncratic things that he has to say at the beginning of each episode.
I like that you didn't wait for me to say no, I don't remember that thing he did.
Oh, I thought you said yes.
No, I didn't answer at all.
Okay.
Because I would have said no, but...
Well, anyways. I guess I just needed a thing to talk through to find the word idiosyncratic, where it's like,
right.
He has these jokes, and it's like, they're funny, but you've said that for the past 10 episodes every time you start an episode.
Right.
Like,
but a lot of his comedy is repetition. Like,
it's
repeating.
True. It's true. Yeah.
There are a few people that can make a running joke last as long and be as effective as
true.
Jimmy Pardo.
Yeah, it's true. And you remember Running Joke. They opened for Cheap Trick back in 85.
Yeah, I remember.
Come on! This fucking boss, you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
There's probably there's gotta be a...
No.
There's gotta be a just get out of the reach of his arms moment here somewhere.
No. There can't be, because I've played this too many times.
What happens when you home attack one of those meteors?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I'm probably ahead of him. No?
Nope. Come on, no, fucking come.
Yeah, that's super unreliable.
Oh no, that's no.
What are you doing?
It's from Sequelitis.
Oh. I don't remember.
He was like, whatever. He was talking about how
Yeah.
I don't want to explain it, because then it'll be you.
Anyway, I've been talking about Todd. I asked you about your favorite podcast, and I've been talking about Todd Glass a lot. And I want to talk about weird. I have these weird feelings towards the Todd Glass show.
Oh, you don't like him now because he's gay.
No, that's not what it is. It's not because he's gay. I mean, I don't like gays, but it's fine. His comedy's the same. It's fine that
he's one of the good ones.
I can be homophobic and still like some gay person's comedy. No, but it's that parts of his show are fucking hilarious.
And then the other parts of the show, he's talking.
No. I mean, he's fucking hilarious too. In the show, parts of the show are he's got a really good sense for when a bit isn't working and when to just move on. And he's really good at being able to end and restart a bit and have it still be funny. But he's got the same thing that Jimmy Pardo has. Where you fucked that up. Where like he has to like he wants to have this improvised show, but at the same time have it be like really well produced. You know what I mean? Like he wants someone who can like read his mind and cue up audio cues.
Right. Like when he yells at his intern, like, you should have known that I was going to ask you that. You should have already been on that.
Right. And like some of the things that they do and some of the
got him. Fucking got him.
Some of the bits that he comes up with are genius, but then like when he's like, "Oh, you should have had this thing there."
Watch this. I got him.
Let's do it again let's start from the very beginning. Do the same thing, but this time play the thing there.
That's total glass.
It's super glass, and sometimes it is funny.
You know, I get all my windshields from super glass.
Yeah. No, you can't not go to super glass. It's almost a crime not to. It's you're losing money if you don't buy super glass windshields.
You know, I really don't like the way you carried that out from where I started it with it.
Why?
Do you want to go back and try it again?
Okay, yeah, you go.
You know, I get all my
where do you want me to
windshields
go?
from super glass.
I don't like super glass.
Oh, that was another one of the list of things that I wanted to say for you to not do.
Yeah?
It was like,
Disagree with you?
for 10 episodes in a row, you had a thing where I would say something and you would like what I call no and, which is you would just go, really?
Oh, I'm still doing that.
Like I would be like,
But it's not...
like I would say, oh, that was a game on the Dreamcast. And you go, really? Was it on the Dreamcast? I'm like, I can't do anything with this.
Yeah, but also, like, it wasn't...
Here we go.
It couldn't have gone anywhere.
Shut up. Fuck. Duh.
That couldn't have gone anywhere. Like, it couldn't have been like, this thing for the Dreamcast. Yeah, it was. And blah, 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 blah.
You could have just...
I don't know. It's usually when I don't have anything to add.
Yeah. Well, I know it's when you don't have anything to add, because you say that.
I got
him. Yes!
I failed. I told you.
Finger in your face.
Forever. And you can't tell me that you're better at me at this part, because that was just persistence on your end. Finally getting
Oh,
it.
no, I'm not saying that.
You were
Fuck that boss fight.
That was
Which
the
is weird,
worst.
because I had almost no trouble with the Sonic one.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. Whatever. The one where Shadow was the villain.
This completes my plan to take over the world. Now begins the glorious era.
Wait, that's the fake emerald.
Of Eggman.
Maybe just the same colors.
No, this is the villain one. This is one where they're successful in taking over the world. We did it, guys. This makes sense. This
is where it splits into two separate timelines where you do or don't defeat Ganon. Without Sonic Adventure 2, there is no Twilight Princess.
Oh, man. If anyone doesn't know, they recently Nintendo recently released what they call the official Zelda timeline that involves all the games in a complete timeline. Except it's really 3 timelines.
Remember how they were like, we have the Zelda timeline, we're just not saying it because it leaves us less restricted? Like they said that they knew it all along. They fucking wrote that this morning.
No,
they wrote it the morning
that's not
they released
true.
it.
And I hate when people say that because there
Really?
actually are games that are legitimately connected. Like in Wind Waker,
I'm not saying it doesn't all make sense. I'm
No,
just saying
but-
that they didn't have it written out. They like, they
sure.
kind
Yes.
of knew.
Yes, I mean there was a chronology for like the core games,
Right.
But like no one fucking knew where. Actually, I'm struggling to think of a one that didn't fit in.
Four Swords.
Not even that one. Force
Ocarina of-
Adventures.
wait.
No one knew where Force
Oracle of
Adventures
Ages.
was. No, Oracle of Ages made sense.
Oracle of Seasons.
That was the one.
Man, did
No.
you ever play those?
They actually made sense. You know how in Link's Awakening it starts with him on the boat?
Yeah.
Obviously, because that's
Because he's
the premise
waking
of
up,
the game.
right?
When you finish Oracle of Seasons or Ages
Yeah.
and then link it onto the next one,
Yeah.
so you go from Ages into Seasons or Seasons into Ages, when you finish the second one in a row, it ends with Link getting on a boat and sailing out. Like,
Yeah.
because that was the idea, was there was originally going to be 3 games to represent the Triforce, but instead they just made it 2, and then the third one is supposed to be Link's Awakening. And I was
you
saying,
get to ride, you get like a kangaroo that you can ride on. It's pretty cool.
Right. in Ocarina of Time, Link is called the Hero of Time, and then in Wind Waker they talk about the Hero of Time.
Yeah.
You know,
The
so
HT.
there are all these connections between the games. In Ocarina of Time, you meet the Seven Sages. In Link to the Past, they continually reference, like, the whole story is about seven sages who lived long ago or whatever.
Yeah.
So there was a timeline, but the thing was, they always said, since 1998, they said the timeline splits at Ocarina of Time because there was two different timelines created at the end of the game.
Man, maybe you shouldn't talk about things you like. No, I'm kidding. You keep going.
Fuck you.
No, I was just kidding.
And it made sense because there actually was two different times at the
Right.
end of the game.
Yeah.
So they said it split the timeline into two. And
Well, because he's...
on one timeline was Wind Waker, and on the other timeline was A Link to the Past.
Right.
But instead, they made Twilight Princess that basically went on top of where A Link to the Past was, like, for no reason. They're just like, I guess we're just gonna fuck this up. And then they had to make up... And so since the timeline no longer worked, now when they had to put out the official thing, now at Ocarina of Time, it splits into three. There's like adult Link's time, child Link's time, and then a timeline for what if Link was defeated in Ocarina of Time? And I was like, by that logic, the timeline for every game universe splits in two at each game, depending on whether or not the hero succeeds or fails.
I like to imagine, like, Doc Brown giving Marty his speech of, like, this is the timeline, and then you went off and made a split, and he does, like, the diagonal line and then the straight line showing the parallel timeline, and then somebody from Zelda goes and, like, on a parallel chalkboard and tries to show Doc Brown, like, no, this is the Zelda timeline, and then Doc Brown's like, I fucking quit.
I'll be honest, no fucking idea what you just said to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't make any sense.
Last! The game's not over, you guys.
What?
Anyway.